Hey guys, we're going to shift a little bit here and move beyond just simply making claims and providing examples and get into the part where we actually explain how our examples connect with our claims with reasoning. So we also call this commentary in writing, in academic writing. So if you've heard teachers in the past tell you that you need to work on commentary, this is the part of the paragraphs in an argument that we're talking about. So of course, you need your claim first, right? You need specific evidence to go with that claim. And then after that evidence, you need to provide what we call commentary, which is just another word for explanation. You want it here to avoid the common mistake of thinking your evidence will speak for itself. Evidence is not self-explanatory, and so it is exactly your job as the arguer to explain how your examples support your claims, which means more than just saying that your examples support your claims. You actually have to explain in steps how and why whatever example you're using supports the idea that you're trying to present. You have to help your audience see it the way you see it. They need to draw the same conclusion that you drew, and not just because you told them to. So plan to make what we call an inductive argument. You're going to build towards that claim in your explanation by providing a specific example first, and then explaining in steps how and why that example connects to the idea. And so that's called inductive reasoning. And so there's two primary types of reasoning that we'll cover in this class. One of them you use in science a lot when you do experimentation. That's deductive reasoning. You also use inductive reasoning there too, but a lot of times when you're doing a science experiment, you start with a general value, something you believe, like exercise leads to better health, and then in an experiment, you would go out and you would collect, evidence or data to try and prove that value. And so in this example here, we have a general value, exercise leads to better health. We take the specific case that yoga is a type of exercise, and so through that experimentation and that logic, we can deduce the argument that yoga contributes to better health. And so what you're going to focus on probably more in this class is inductive reasoning, because that's going to, most of the time, deductive arguments are pretty clear cut, and there's not really a whole lot of wiggle room to argue it. Inductive reasoning is more about like what is likely and building inferences. So in inductive argument, you're going to lead into that claim, into that argumentative idea based on some particular observations. And those are going to be the specific examples that you come up with in your paragraphs. And so you use those specific examples to lead your audience back to the idea that you have claimed in the thesis or in the top of the argument. So for example, if you're writing an argument trying to suggest that exercise contributes to better health, in your buddy paragraphs, you might use different observations, such as regular exercise has been shown to promote weight loss. Exercise can lower stress levels, and that exercise can improve mood and outlook. Now, you can't just say that exercise contributes to better health because A, B, C, and then provide examples. You need to explain why, right? In what way does promoting weight loss allow for better health? Well, being overweight has been connected to many complicating health conditions, including heart disease, which is probably, I haven't checked it, but it's probably up there in the top 3 of causes of death in the United States. And so if you're looking at weight loss as a potential health threat, something that would prevent that, or being overweight as a potential health threat, then something that promotes weight loss could logically be something that promotes better health because you're avoiding a threat to your health. And so the conversation that I've just had explaining how promoting weight loss contributes to better health, is something that we would call commentary in your essay. It's just where you take the example that exercise promotes weight loss and you explain how it contributes to better health. Well, if you can lose weight, you can avoid maybe heart disease or diabetes or one of these other health conditions, these health-threatening conditions that is caused by being overweight. And so you have the example itself, but then you also have to have some commentary after it some reasoning after it to show how that example connects back to the big idea. And so what I want you guys to do now before the next class is I want you to read a quick excerpt from a book by Malcolm Gladwell called Outliers. So in this chapter where this little part is coming from, he's going to build an argument mainly through induction that explains, in his mind, why Asian children have what he calls a built-in advantage in learning math. So have some fun with Gladwell's article, and we'll talk in class about what you think about his claim that Asian kids are naturally better at math than anybody else.